Welcome to Citi Market Watch, where we concisely unpack all you need to know on important topics. Joining me, Audrey Cheong, Citigold Private Client, Portfolio Counsellor.
Beam me up, Scotty, or should I say, beam me up, son.
Thanks, Audrey. Here's a fun fact. The Star Trek franchise, which originally started in 1966, has now had a continuous presence on TV for over 50 years, making it one of the longest-running, successful, and influential science fiction series. So, Audrey, why are we intrigued by space, the final frontier?
Because it really is the final frontier. But the space industry and its potential are just limitless. Right now, 70% of the space economy is dominated by the satellite market, but we will see a paradigm shift.
I suspect most of us take the space industry for granted, that it was and has been dominated by military needs and motivation, and that was about it. Yet the commercialized benefits we are experiencing now are all attributable to the space economy. If I make just one point, it would be the absolute need and reliance we have for GPS, or navigation and mapping. Consider whenever we travel overseas, to a foreign country, or even A to B here in Singapore, looking for that next must-eat foodie location. We would be lost without our Google Maps or other navigation apps or tools. Audrey, you mentioned a paradigm shift.
So traditional satellite services applications are basically video broadcasting, but expect this to broaden into consumer broadband and mobility data. We will likely see more applications to tackle greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, and biodiversity loss. Now, that might feel a bit boring, but in the not too distant future, within the decade, there are further applications and industries such as space-based solar power, moon or asteroid mining, space tourism, and even intercity rocket travel.
You have me very intrigued. Space-based solar and intercity rocket travel. But here's the elementary question, Audrey. How is this possible?
As with everything in life, it is just about cost. And the current cost of sending 1 kilogram into space today is about $1,500, which is already 30 times cheaper than what it cost in 1981, which was the dawn of the space shuttle era. We are seeing more private companies take advantage of the potential in the space economy, with more innovations set to drive these costs even lower. Reusable rockets and launch vehicles for one, and robotics and new materials are likely to see launch costs fall to $100 per kilogram by 2040. We or Citi actually have a bullish scenario of $33 per kilogram.
It really isn't science fiction anymore. With geospatial technologies, which I'm observing as very real and relatable applications, how compelling are they as investment opportunities?
You might choose one ride-hailing service over another based on its ability to optimize better real-time routes and or reduce waiting times. We take weather data for granted, but tracking weather patterns and avoiding potential hazards keep us safe and allows us to plan for better activities. In the same way, insurance companies use geospatial data and information relative to locations to adjust their premiums and policies accordingly. Son, let me ask you a question. Why do we often see so many Starbucks coffee shops in one neighborhood and none in others?
Good question, Audrey. Because Starbucks is a technology and data-driven organization. They use geospatial or geographic information to determine where to open new stores. Meaning to say, aside from coffee, geospatial analysis considers foot traffic, transportation access, commercial mix, consumer demographics, and other factors. At last count, they had 32,000 stores in 80 countries.
And I'll raise one on you, son. Again, using geospatial data, we can predict or even influence behaviors. If there is a heat wave predicted, your mentioned company, for reference only, will trigger and create promotions for cold drinks, and this will set up all the necessary changes required in its supply chain.
Wow. Thank you, Audrey. How did a seemingly innocuous and unassuming subject suddenly become so fascinating? If I can partly paraphrase the immortal words of Captain James T. Kirk, space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise, or Citi Market Watch. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, or the newest and best investment opportunities, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Join us for our podcast on the space economy, the obvious investment opportunities, or the many second-order impacts its growth will bring to many industries. Thank you, and please speak to your Citigold or Citigold private client relationship manager about further opportunities.